Where's the music? Oh, no. Can I take this off? Boker Tov, everybody.
Boker Tov.
I got to try. I should be able to hear it through the walls. Boker Tov, everybody.
Boker Tov.
There we go. I heard it. Boca Raton. No. We're working on it, Barb. We're working on it. Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tefillah. It is the penultimate Tefillah. That means we have one more left next week. You'll hear more about that at the end of the Tefillah. I almost said the show, but it's not a show, it's Tefillah. And I will, you'll hear a little bit more about that, but you're gonna hear a lot of gratitude today, which I think is a beautiful thing, especially after this past year. Nothing is better for the soul and for the community and for all of us than some gratitude. And so we're gonna feel that today. And we're gonna feel it towards our families. We're going to feel it towards our volunteers. We're going to feel it towards our community as a whole, which held each other up. This week's Parsha is Bahalotcha. Thank you. I was maybe pronouncing it a little bit wrong, but that's okay. You don't need to know when JS teachers aren't sure. But in Balotcha, you have a story of the Israelites in the desert. Now, my 8th graders know these stories well and know that things were tough in the desert. Even after getting the Torah, even after being at Sinai, there was a lot of wandering. There was a lot of complaining and kvetching. And just so you know, and it could be difficult for some of the leaders and for everyone there. How do we get through this desert? The other thing that's crazy about a desert, it's dry. You don't know where you're going to find food or water. And the conditions can be really difficult. Sometimes it could be rocky, sometimes it could be flat. And so it's hard to know if you're in the right place. It's also hard to know always where you're heading and if it's going to be difficult. Now, the thing about this particular Parsha is that it explains that when the Israelites were in the desert, God actually created clouds that covered over the camp. And when it was time to camp, those clouds would come down and protect the Israelite camp. And when it was time to go, they would lift up. And sometimes the community didn't know when the right time would be. Sometimes it's just hard to know, what do we do next? And the cloud would help do that. The cloud would lift when it was time, would come down when it was time to stay. That cloud idea actually connects to the holiday of Sukkot, where we have the protection of our sukkah that helps to cover us, but leaves a little vulnerability, allows us to still see what's going on above. And you can imagine in a desert, that a cloud, especially when it's really hot, a cloud with maybe a little precipitation would be a good thing. Be nice to have that. So in addition, you're saying, okay, fine, cloud, weather, sure, what does it have to do with families? Wait, it's also true that the leaders, which happen to have been a family that of the Israelites, being Moshe, Moses, Aaron, Aaron, and Miriam, Miriam, it is said that each of them had like a special power or merit that they brought. Their presence brought this incredible thing. And it was Aaron, it was Aaron's presence that brought these clouds. It was his family. He and God partnered together to protect the families, to protect their people, to protect their community. It is very clear that sometimes this year we didn't know what was ahead. We didn't know if we were going to be in a flat spot or a rough spot, or a hot spot, or a wet spot, or whatever it might be, or someplace we couldn't really breathe well, or where we didn't know what to do. And our families and our parents and our community provided that cloud for us. So we knew when to stop and when to go and when to move on to the next thing. Sometimes it can be hard when you're in the moment to really understand what's going on. We look to our environment, we look to our friends, we look to our families, and we look to our communities to be that shelter. So I'm super grateful for all of these families because as a teacher, we're in the moment all the time and we need those clouds. We need people to help tell us what to do. Sometimes we're the cloud, but we can't be the cloud without other clouds, if that makes sense, if you're getting my analogy. So anyway, today we're here to really show the gratitude that we have for all of the families and volunteers who have been there for us, that showed us the way, that were there when we were confused or maybe needed help, or maybe just to join in the fun like today. So with that, we're going to thank all of our families, volunteers, and the greater community today. Now I'm putting my mask on so I can share the stage.
Please join me in singing Mode Ani.
Hello, Brandeis Marin community. I am so excited to spend the morning with you. I am so excited to spend the morning recognizing and appreciating all of our families and our volunteers and everyone who helped make this year actually special. So thank you. To all of our families that are joining, this is going to be an interactive tefillah, and we need your help, okay? So when we call out a committee, a board, or any of the many ways that you helped support our community and our students and our school this year, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go down into your reactions. I want you to raise your virtual hand, and I want you to lean in and give us a wave. You've been leaning in all year. You know how to do this, okay? And students, when you see your parents and your families leaning in, I want you to cheer. All right, show them your support. I want them to hear our profound appreciation. Want to practice? Let's practice one. All right, so listen up. This is our virtual interactive appreciation. If you are a current Brandeis parent, I want you to lean in and give us a wave. Oh, there we go. Good, you guys have got this. All right, here we go. The real, the deep, profound appreciation, virtual number one. If you served on a board, was a board of trustees, served on a board committee, maybe you served on the strategic planning. Are you ready? Lean in and give us a wave. We want to see you. Oh, Christine Lapones is a great waver and leader. Good job.
Please join me for singing Matovu.
Okay, Brandeis, Marin, it's time for the second round of family appreciation. If you are a family who either served on a fundraising committee or gave to the school, and now that means 100% of you, please lean in, give us a wave, and let us celebrate you.
Please join us in singing Hallelujah.
We're back.
Okay, Brandeis Marin parents, here we go. To all of those parents, we're ready for more appreciation. Thanks to the volunteers who served on the Parent Association, who led leadership projects, who did service projects. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Please join me singing for our food. Please rise.
Please flip to page 46 for the Shema Ve'ahavta. Amud 46. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levacha u'v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Elohim mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shitecha b'beitecha v'v'atecha b'derech v'shokbecha v'kumecha v'shartam le'od al yedecha v'ha'hilet ha'tafot v'yeminecha v'ktartam ha'mitzvot b'beitecha v'yisharecha.
Hello, Brandeis community. It's time for our fourth lightning round of profound appreciation. So get ready with your reaction finger, raise your hand, and remember to lean in and give us a wave. If you are a family who reached out, emailed, contact, socially distant hosted a new family. I want you to lean in and give us a wave. Oh, Jen Grossman, lean in closer, Jen Grossman. Doug Crane, perfect. There we go. Thank you.
Please join us in singing Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nezarak kodesh, Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nezarak kodesh. No Rav Tehilo, Osei Peleh, no Rav Tehilo, Osei Peleh, Adonai Yilon le'olam va'ed.
Okay, here we go for one more round of appreciation. Here's to all the families who contributed to the story for us and to the parents who shared their heartwarming stories in the Osh. Please, please lean in and wave. Thank you.
Amidah. Please flip to page 56 and rise.
בבקשה לעמוד ונא לפנות לעמוד 56. אדוני שפת תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Oh Lord, open up my lips and my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotinu v'Imotzeinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, Ha'el Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh Hakol, V'zocher Hasei Avot v'Imot, U'mevii Goel livnei b'nehem, L'ma'at shelo be'ahava, Melech Ozer Mashiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ketzara, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayim eitim atah, Rav le'Hoshia, Mechakel chaim b'chesed, Mechayim eitim berachamim rabim, Tomech noflim v'rofeh cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mechayem emunato l'shenei afar, Michamocha b'gevurot, U'midom elach, Melech memit u'mechayem, U'matzmiach Yeshua, B'nei atah hametim, Baruch atah Adonai b'chayei hametim, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot melech haaretz kevodo, Baruch kavod Adonai mikomo, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Tzion, L'dor v'dor, Hallelujah.
Thanks to all the families who kept our community safe. Thank you.
Please join us in singing Osei Shalom. Osei Shalom b'mrama, Aseh Shalom aleinu. Osei Shalom b'mrama, Aseh Shalom aleinu. Osei Shalom b'mrama, Aseh
everyone had more to do this school year, and so we would like to appreciate all the families. We asked our students, how did your family help you this school year? And this is what they had to say.
What my family does to help me and what my parents do to help me is when I'm stuck on a word in a book, they help me figure it out. They help me with math and some other stuff that I had to do when we were Zoom schooling, and that they help me stay focused and connect my iPad or help me if there's a problem with it. Thank you for getting me on to Zoom when it was Zoom school.
My parents help me at home. When at the beginning of the school year, they encouraged me to do my work.
My family helped me by filling out my help forms every day. The way that my family helps me with school is that they drive me to school. The ways that my family helped me this school year was when it was online and we didn't have Zoom, so like there was no teacher, they would help me with the questions I didn't get. How my parents help if I get stuck on something my parents help me. The ways that my family helped me during the school year was probably at my old school. It was on Zoom the whole time, and I couldn't really learn with that. It was hard for me. So then they moved me to Brandeis, which helped a lot, and I felt like I was learning a lot more. My mom helps me this year. She brings me to school. The way that my family helped me is paying for the school. They really encouraged me, were nice to me, helped me get to school, and they helped me feel much better when I was sad. Thank you guys for letting me read books to you when I was learning this school year. My family helped me do my homework when my homework was very challenging. Thank you, parents, for doing the Brandeis fine. My family helped me at home and helping me learn and teaching me. Like if I have problems that I can't solve at school, they help me at home. The way that my family helps me is that they help me read and they help me sound the words out.
My family helped me this year by supporting me with technology.
They made me feel good at school. How my parents help me is when there's distance learning to do. Mommy helps me get onto Seesaw and all that stuff with the technology. When facing difficult times like moving in the pandemic, my family kept me going and made me keep on persevering. The way my family helped me through the school year was by encouraging me, and they wouldn't stop.
Please rise and join me in singing Hatikvah.
Michelle Berenbaum. On behalf of the PA, I just wanted to wish everyone a happy Sukkot.
Brandeis Marin parents, has been a pleasure and honor to work with you and all the family of volunteers this year. You've opened your hearts and you're generously donated your time, your energies, and your talent to make this most unusual year a wonderful success. Thank you for all of your hard work.
And I want to call out all the parents, the trustees, the faculty, the alumni, the alumni families, and yes, even the grandparents. You hung in there with me for a very long time and in very uncertain times to reinvent, recreate, and inspire our fundraising efforts so that we don't just survive, we thrive.
We needed our Brandeis community more than ever this year. It was truly inspiring to see our families stepping up and finding creative ways to connect and contribute. Our families are an inspiration to me each and every day. As we all look forward to relaxing and recuperating this summer, well, I look forward to welcoming you all back on campus. 76 days, guys, I can't wait. Thank you.
Woo, good job, friend. Great job, team. It's your favorite cheerleader with the tallest. I'm gonna take this off so you can hear me. Am I still there? Hi. So before we go and close the tefillah, I just want to say a personal word as both a teacher, faculty member, and as a parent, how grateful I am for all of the protection and cover and help and support that I have gotten personally throughout this year. My wife and my child and my friends and family and all of my colleagues and all of my students, particularly when it came to certain technical issues on computers. Oh my gosh, my students. But we also want to pull ourselves back to this story because in Behalotcha, besides learning about this cloud that covers, we learn a little bit more about this special family. And besides Moshe and Aaron, who we hear a lot about, we also have Miriam. Miriam, one of the most important leaders in the Torah. She was an incredibly important member of the tribe because not only was she part of them and helped to lead them through the sea, but her little secret superpower was water. And she brought the well, and she brought the sustenance, and she brought the food, and she brought Torah, which water is sometimes compared to. And what else did she do? Well, she was always there for people. And her family knew that. And then when she got sick, ironically, because she was arguing with her family members and they had a little bit of a squabble, as soon as Moshe learns that his sister is sick, he yells to the heavens, El Narafan Allah, God, please heal her. Please heal my sister. Please heal my family. Please heal my community. I'm not going to pretend that the last year has not been full of hardship and need for healing. And our families, our friends, our community, all of us have really added to that blessing. The song you're about to hear, which we really request that you stay on and listen to, is a beautiful video that is going to be sung in Arabic with terms and ideas and words from the Torah. And it's some beautiful image for us to focus on. So next week, 8th grade Tefillah, the last one. I'm pretty excited. So, toda rabah. El narafan Allah.
ربي اشفيها ربي اشفيها